A German officer drew a line on the floor with a fire poker, then dragged a table across the wooden cabin to divide it in two. The side near the stove belonged to the Germans. The other side was for the British. No soldier was allowed to cross that line. When the British soldiers sat down to eat, they noticed the Germans had changed into full-dress uniforms. Not wanting to lose face, the British quickly put on their finest uniforms too: stiff collars, polished buttons, every detail perfect. Only then did both sides sit down to eat, but there was barely enough food to go around. Within a few days, the rations were gone, and even the last matchstick had burned. To avoid freezing, they started tearing apart furniture for firewood and dug up wild grass to eat. One British soldier ate too much moss and became badly constipated. While squatting outside to relieve himself, he saw a herd of reindeer passing by. He shouted, but no one inside heard. By the time the others came out, the reindeer were long gone. Back in the cabin, a German soldier discovered his most treasured book had been used by a British soldier as toilet paper. Furious, he pulled out his pistol and aimed at the man, but the German officer stepped in just in time and ordered him to drop his weapon. The soldier had no choice but to obey and threw the gun to the floor. The British soldier saw his chance. He shoved the German officer aside, grabbed the gun, and held the German soldiers at gunpoint. He ordered them to hand over all their weapons. Now, the Germans had become prisoners. That night, one of the wounded Germans burned with fever. The infection had worsened. There was no food left. Waiting meant death. So the German officer and a British soldier went out to hunt. They hadn't gone far when they spotted a rabbit. One shot, and the rabbit was theirs. Back in the cabin, a German soldier, desperate for warmth, chopped through a support beam. The cabin started to collapse. The British officer rushed in and caught the falling roof beam with both hands, holding it up as best he could. The German soldier grabbed his pistol again, but seeing the officer struggle, he hesitated, then stepped forward to help. Together, they held the beam for hours. Just as their arms gave out, the German officer returned. They rushed to support the roof with a table and wooden sticks, just barely avoiding disaster. But the moment it was secure, both sides drew their weapons again, shouting for each other to surrender. In the end, their commanding officers calmed them down. They threw all the weapons into the snow and went back inside to cook the rabbit. That night, the soldiers sat around the fire, eating and laughing together. If there had been no war, they might have been great friends.